It's time for Giants Kickoff.
The Giants travel out west to take on a winless 49er squad at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Big Blue still nursing its wounds following last week's 51-17 drubbing by the Rams in front of their home crowd at MetLife Stadium. The loss being the most lopsided one under head coach Ben McAdoo. The 51 points allowed, the most in a Giants home game in 53 years. After the loss, Coach McAdoo asked if his team had quit.
No, the team didn't quit today.
What did you think of the effort?
They were playing hard. Disappointed. I'm disappointed. Expected us to come out and play a better football game than we played. We have it in us. It's my job to get it out of us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Castiglione, and welcome to Giants Kickoff. Our pregame look at the New York Football Giants as they enter their NFL Week 10 matchup with the 49ers.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Russ Salzberg. Thank you for joining us as the Giants look to straighten things out on their West Coast trip to San Francisco. And as always, you can catch all the action from this weekend's matchup, Giants 49ers from Levi's Stadium, Sunday, 4:25 p.m. on Fox 5.
At 0-9, the 49ers own the NFL's worst record. They, along with the 0-8 Browns, are currently vying for next spring's top pick in the NFL draft. With a record of 1-7, the Giants claim the league's third worst mark. Here's more now in our game day preview.
Game day preview brought to you by Spectrum.
I think both teams need a win, so I don't know if it's a matter of gambling. I think you try to play your scheme, you try to do things correctly, do things right. So we got to play our game. We got to be where we need to be and make the plays that are there.
He's our quarterback. We're sticking behind him, so we know that he's going to take a lot of the heat. That's what every quarterback does in the league. It's going to happen to them, so we just got to let them know we're behind them and keep pushing with them.
As for the continuing speculation about a change at the quarterback position, Eli left no doubt on his position.
I want to play. That's what I like to do. I like to play football and play quarterback, and understand that I got a job to do, and I got to do it better and do it well and get wins. And if you don't, everybody's job is up for grabs in this league.
With playing time at question for Eli, the rest of the team realizes that everyone's performance is being scrutinized.
When you're not winning games, there's something that has to be changed, something has to be worked around. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing that. As a professional, I come in here every day knowing my job's on the line. So that's the mentality you should have. And if you don't, and you get too comfortable in this building, you won't be here very long.
The Giants defense struggled mightily against the Rams. Members of the Big Blue defense know they'll have to pick things up if the team hopes to gain a victory out in San Francisco.
It was tough. We haven't had balls fly by our head like that. Teams just march the ball up and down the field in like 3-4 plays every now and again. We haven't had that issue, and to see that, it was very tough. But we fixed it. We put it behind us, and we keep moving on.
Do you think things will improve with Janoris back on the field with you guys on Sunday?
Of course. We got all our guys back, all our starters, and we're gonna make it run now.
It's a tough situation. We can't, say like, hey, look, look forward to next week. No, we got to play this week. We got to play this week. We got to play every day of practice. We got to continue to get better. And that's my belief, and I know other guys believe it as well.
As for the fact that the Giants enter this game as a 1-point underdog to the 0-9 49ers, does that provide extra motivation?
I can't say that we pay attention to any of that. I didn't even know that. So, we just got to come out and execute and play the Giants football that we know we're capable of playing. So, that goes back to what I was saying, just taking it a moment at a time and taking it a game at a time.
All right, with big-time pressure mounting on Giants second-year head coach Ben McAdoo, I had a chance to talk with the man who draws up the Big Blue game plan in our Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner brought to you by P.C. Richard & Son, the appliance, electronics, and mattress giant.
Ben, I know you're a tough guy. You can take all the heat, criticism that comes your way. But you also have a family. Your coaches have families. How tough is it for those people on the home front with all that stuff swirling?
Oh, it's not tough for the coaches. We have bunker mentality. We're here with the players trying to get this thing fixed, get it going in the right direction, and we're confident that we can. Our families have thick skin. We all know what we signed up for. It's a bottom line business, and we just have to find a way to get a little bit better and get a win.
The alleged quotes from anonymous players that you've lost the team, have you had to address the team, or will you address the team about that?
No, I talk to the players all the time. We have an open door policy, and anybody that has anything they want to talk about is welcome to come in my front door, and we can close the door and have any type of conversation that we need to have. Nothing's off limits. It sounds like somebody needs a little help, and somebody needs some help. It's tough to help them when you don't have a name by the quote. So we'll leave it at that.
The goal has obviously changed since week 1. What do you hope to accomplish over the last 8 games?
Well, the regular season, we want to find a way, first of all, to get a little bit better. We need to play to our identity, and it's about what the film looks like. Sound, smart, and tough, committed to discipline and poise. Get a win this week, one a week. But at the same point in time, we're not dead yet. We're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep scratching, we're going to keep clawing.
I don't say this facetiously. You know how the saying goes, every dark cloud has a silver lining. Can this season actually make some of your players better, tougher?
Yeah, tough times don't last. Tough people do. In pro football, the more things you have to go through, and the tougher the times, the more you learn about each other. And you have to go through adversity to have a strong bond in this business, and we're going through it right now.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff. This year's top draft pick, Evan Ingram, has become a go-to receiver for the Giants offense. In this week's player profile, he talks about the transition to the pro game while also sharing a family secret with Russ. Plus, there's been lots of talk about changes to the Big Blue lineup. Our Giants insider Paul Dottino weighs in on the possibilities and the difficult road ahead for the Giants down the stretch of this season. Next. Giants Kickoff brought to you by Adorama, official electronics retailer of the Giants.
I'm Sterling Shepard, and you're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The Giants selected Evan Ingram with the 23rd pick overall in the first round of this year's NFL Draft. Now, though, due to significant injuries to their receiving corps, the first-year tight end has become a prime target for Eli Manning. Big Blues number 88 is the focus of this week's player profile.
Evan, 4-year starter, 2-year captain at Ole Miss, first-round draft pick, so everybody knew you can play. But what's been your biggest adjustment from college to the pros?
I think the biggest adjustment for me was kind of just my confidence, kind of having the confidence and knowing I kind of belong on this level. I kind of came in and kind of a little shaky start. Everything was moving really fast. My head was kind of spinning out there. And there was a point I kind of hit me like maybe this might be too much for me. And I had that Denver game after everybody was kind of got hurt, our backs were against the ropes, and I just kind of had the little coming out game, and it was huge for my confidence. So definitely biggest adjustment I had to make, just kind of just playing out there with confidence and knowing I belong here.
You're a tight end, but some might call you a tweener because of your ability. Wide receiver, tight end, fair to say?
I mean, I get the whole debate, kind of more of a receiver and a tight end, a lot more athletic, but I'm doing everything every other tight end is doing. And my hands in the dirt, I'm getting physical in the run game, and I'm making plays in the air. So definitely my abilities are a lot more kind of tweenish. I can run a little bit faster and get in and out of breaks faster, but I'm a tight end, and I play like it.
How's it been for you playing with what's going to be a future Hall of Fame quarterback in Eli Manning?
It's a blessing. People ask me that all the time, and they ask who's probably the biggest contributor to my transition to the league, and it's definitely, without question, Eli. He's just been really helpful with the offense and kind of just getting on the same page with him and kind of learning the ins and outs of the game. And we're going through some struggles right now. He's the same quarterback, same leader, same guy every single day. I never hear a complaint out of his mouth. He just shows up to work every single day and puts it in. So he's definitely a great guy to play with, a great leader and a great person.
And one final question. I understand your sister plays basketball for Georgia. So tell me the truth now. Who's the better athlete in the Ingram family?
It's a huge debate to her, but it's really simple to me. Of course, it's me. without me, I don't think she's at Georgia, just because I used to beat her up on one-on-one all the times, and then she would go beat up the little girl she was playing right afterwards. So I kind of take some credit for that and got her ready for that level. But she's beautiful, a great person, great athlete. But I'll take that crown for the household.
All right, he's a man in the know when it comes to all matters dealing with the Big Blue. Giants beat reporter for WFAN Radio, Paul Dottino, is our Giants insider. All right, Paul, last week a historically bad showing for the Giants at home against the Rams. Now they go out west to take on the winless 49ers. Can the Giants bounce back?
Well, they have to. I mean, they're going up against a team that's probably even more desperate than they are. Think about this. You know, the Giants have 1 win. San Francisco's got 0. Can you think of 2 teams who probably want to win any more than these 2 right now? Because you think the Heat's hot in New York? Everybody in San Francisco is going into that locker room and telling those players how they have a goose egg.
Paul, the 49ers, obviously they're winless, as you alluded to. They're having a terrible season. The Giants, 1-7 here. Coach McAdoo alluded after last week's loss there could be changes in the lineup. Do we see that happen?
You got a lot of injury troubles with the Giants right now. So to be honest, most of your lineup changes are going to be facilitated because of injury. Giants just don't have a lot of weapons to go to war with. So in my opinion, it may not necessarily be coaching decisions as much as it will be out of necessity.
Eli will start his 208th consecutive regular season game. But do we see either Geno Smith or Davis Webb get some reps in this game?
I think that's certainly possible. I do think that Davis Webb will get reps during the regular season at some point before it's all over, but I don't think it's going to be as a starter unless Eli Manning is injured. It is my belief that Manning will start the rest of the season, and he will be the starter in 2018.
Paul, the Giants' schedule gets increasingly more difficult as the season goes on. Is this their best chance to win a game the rest of the way here?
You have to think so. I mean, come on now, the Niners haven't won a game yet. I mean, they're looking at this, though, as maybe this is our 1 win, because the Giants only have 1 themselves. You could make a case maybe later in the year, the Arizona Cardinals. They have certainly been up and down, and if they go into the tank, that's certainly a beatable team. But, yeah, the Giants are going to be facing teams that are going to need wins, and that's not going to be easy.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff, a member of the Big Blue D giving back to his hometown community. In this week's Giants Among Us, Jay Bromley returns to his old stomping grounds in Queens to give kids an experience he never experienced as a kid. Plus, we test members of the G-Men on their knowledge of the NFL team that calls San Francisco home. Our trivia challenge, Know Your Foe, still ahead.
I'm Damon Snacks Harrison, and you're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
I've been hearing a lot of people say something about us quitting, and I think that's blasphemous, honestly. I feel like, you know, with the talent and the guys we have in this room, you know, nobody has any quitting. And, you know, it starts with just 1 game. We just got to get a win under our belt, and then I think we can, you know, see the run after that.
Orleans Dark were there, one of the few bright spots for the Giants this season. Hopefully he and his teammates can use their trip out west to get that run started. And as always, you can catch all the game action from this weekend's matchup, Giants 49ers from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, Sunday, 4:25 p.m. on Fox 5.
This past offseason, Jay Bromley returned to his old stomping grounds in Flushing, Queens. He and some of his mates returning for a 2nd straight year to host a football camp for youngsters. Their efforts are the focus of this week's Giants Among Us.
Welcome to the 2nd annual Jay Bromley football camp. We're in great Flushing, New York, Queens. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank the coaches and everybody. Let's have fun today. Let's compete, man. Let's be safe. Let's be smart.
and most of all, let's enjoy the sun, man. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, probably about 15 minutes from here. I was blessed enough to be able to come here and be a part of this football team, the Flushing football team.
Yeah, keep low.
It's just to bring kids together, man. They all come from like a lot of different small football groups, Rosedale Jets and things like that, and they all get to come together. Coaches get to come together and work together.
You got it too far back. Bring it up some.
For the good of the kids, man. Let them come out here, see what kind of talent we have in the area, just to see them come out here, run around, run 40s, catch some balls. They like to compete. It's something good for them to do on a Saturday when they can, be nowhere better.
I think it's awesome. I think that's what it's about, man. Coming back to the community and giving the kids aspirations of making it to that level. Just seeing somebody and physically touching them and being around them and to give you motivation to probably want to do the same.
This big snacks right here.
Not driving. This is like the second time I've been to Queens, and the people of Queens are amazing. And Jay, he told me a little bit about what he's doing in the community, so I want to be a part of it. And we got some kids out here that's as big as me. They're not done growing either, so it's kind of scary. But they're all enthusiastic. They want to learn. They want to get through the drills. They want to pick my brain, so it's cool.
What's happening, my G?
Go ahead, man.
I think everything he's doing with these kids is amazing. I didn't get to have that as a kid growing up. I didn't have anybody to come back to talk to me. You got to get the feet squared up. There you go. So I think it's just a blessing to be able to come back and talk to all the kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's good to see them reaching out to the community, giving back, and the best way you give back to kids is just by showing them how you did something and just hands-on and being with the kids. That means the most to them.
Let's see it. Here you go. Football gave me a sense of responsibility, a sense of discipline that really helped me be a better man and helped me get to the point that I am today. So I would just hope that these kids can get some of those little traits and then build on their lives and be better for their communities.
Work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff, Russ and Duke with their picks for this weekend's matchup. Plus, we put the members of Big Blue to the test when it comes to their knowledge of the San Francisco 49ers.
I left my heart in San Francisco.
Know Your Foe is straight ahead. Giants Kickoff brought to you by Ticketmaster and the NFL Ticket Exchange, the only official ticket exchange of the NFL.
Hi, I'm Eli Manning. You're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
Landon, is Ben's message still getting through to you guys?
Oh, yeah. He makes a clear message, makes it very, very, very strong message, and we're obliged by it. We take it in and we take it to heart because, we believe in everything that he say, We're not turning our backs towards him.
All right, here we go. Time once again to challenge members of the Big Blue on their knowledge of this week's opponent, the San Francisco 49ers, with our latest edition of Know Your Foe.
Know Your Foe, brought to you by your Tri-State BMW centers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
After playing their home games at Candlestick Park for more than 4 decades, the 49ers now call this venue home. A, J. Crew Field. B, Gap Park. Or C, Levi's Stadium.
Why Levi's Stadium sounds so familiar? Oh, let me go Levi.
This 49ers legend is the NFL's all-time leader in career touchdowns. Would it be A? See, you're shaking like you know already.
That's easy.
Who is it?
Uncle Jerry.
Jerry Rice. Before leading the Giants to 3 straight NFL championship games in 1962, 63, and 64. This Hall of Fame quarterback played 10 years with the 49ers. Would it be A, Charlie Connolly, B, Fran Tarkenton, or C, Y.A. Tittle?
Y.A.
True or false? 49ers were the first team to use the shotgun formation. True or false?
True.
True. There you go. Head coach Red Hickey of the Niners devised it in 1960. What is the name of the current 49ers head coach? Would it be A, Chip Kelly, B. Kyle Shanahan, or C. Jim Tom Sula?
B.
This now closed world-famous prison is located on an island in San Francisco Bay. Would it be Sing Sing? Would it be San Quentin? Or would it be Alcatraz?
Oh, San Quentin.
Alcatraz.
In his legendary song, what did Tony Bennett leave in San Francisco? Was it A, his love, B, his girl, or C, his heart?
His heart.
I left my heart in San Francisco.
Know your phone.
All right, Russ, I have the Niners winning 23-19.
I'm going to stick with the Giants. I say they win it 27-16. And as always, you can watch all the game action, folks, tomorrow on Fox 5, beginning for you at 4:25 p.m. And that's now a wrap on our NFL Week 10 edition of Giants Kickoff for our entire Giants Kickoff crew. I'm Russ Salzberg.
And I'm Castiglione. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and have a great Giants football Sunday.